Okay, so the other day, I'm gonna adjust my camera a little here. The other day, actually it was like 2 days ago, when I was driving my daughter home from school, she in the back seat was like, "Hey mom, sugar is bad for us, right?" And I was like, "Oh boy, here we go." Just because like she doesn't get these messages at home, but I know that she is going to be constantly exposed to these sort of messages, like mostly in school. And so I've been prepared for it. It's happened a couple times, but and then she elaborated. She was like, "Sugar is bad for us because it can cause cavities." And so I want to talk to you about how I responded. So, first of all, I said, yes, sugar, if you eat too much sugar and you don't brush your teeth, yes, it can cause cavities. That is absolutely true. But sugar can do some good things for us too. Like it can be really fun to eat and it can taste good. And sugar also can give our brains energy. And she was like, "Energy?" And I was like, "Yeah." So just like an engine, like gas, we put gas in the car to make our car go, sugar makes our brain run. And when we eat something like candy that has a lot of sugar in it, it gives us like a really short burst of energy and it makes our brain run for a short period of time, but then we might get tired after. But something like an apple gives us our brain a more longer burst of energy, so we have energy for a longer period of time. And in the backseat, I could hear her go, "Oh, okay." And then she's just really fixated on the cavity thing. She's like, "But if we eat a lot of sugar and we don't brush our teeth, we are going to get cavities, right?" And I said, "Yes, that is right. If we eat a lot of sugar and we don't brush our teeth, then we are going to get cavities. So that's why we got to make sure that we brush our teeth in the morning and at night. And we especially want to make sure that we brush our teeth after you eat something like candy that sticks to your teeth." And that was pretty much the end of this discussion. So my daughter is 3.5 years old for reference, but if you're wondering how I responded to my daughter saying sugar's bad for you, that's how I did it. I didn't say, yes, sugar is bad for you. I didn't talk about the moral value of food. We just tried to keep it specific in terms of like, everything was objective. Like, here's the effects that sugar has in your body, and here's the outcomes after you eat the sugar. Now, she's 3.5 years old, keep that in mind. So we're not quite ready for like a full-blown nutrition science lesson, but I do try to incorporate small pieces of nutrition science when we talk about like fueling our brains and fueling our bodies. And we have talked about some of the negative health outcomes like cavities. She hears that a lot. She hears that a lot at school because they just finished their health unit, but we also do talk about it at home. She has a book about like bacteria, and part of the pages or some of the book was about bacteria in her mouth, and so that's where she gets that information about bacteria and cavities from. But she is very interested in bacteria, and so that's why we talk about cavities a lot. But yeah, we try to keep it objective, and eventually we will talk about all the positive and negative health outcomes of sugar, but not yet. Right now, she's 3. We're focusing on a healthy relationship with food. We're always going to keep everything objective, and we'll get into the nitty-gritties of the science later.